Welcome to another episode of This Week in Miami. My name is Byron Garcia. I'm here with my boy Alex. What's up, brother?
How's it going, Byron? Hey, what's that in the background? Is that like a Pokemon or something?
I want to say it's the stuffed animal on the bed. I think it's Wish.
Yeah, that's super cute. I love it.
In the movie it floats everywhere. So I decided
it looks like it's floating. Yeah,
in the stream it is floating everywhere. So
that's nice.
Just a special Disney appearance.
It's a great touch. I love it. Love the cameo by what was the name of the guy again?
I think it's called Wish. I don't know what it's called.
Thanks, Wish. Wish is joining us today on this episode of This Week in Miami. I'm doing great, Byron, man. I'm excited. Finally, a Victory Monday or Victory Tuesday. I had the lights on in the office today. He saw it. A little aqua and orange lighting action. By the way, for all your home automation needs, integratedlifestylesincorporated.com. And for all your travel needs, I'm a travel agent. Yours truly. Leads to your travel. Brought to you in part by. But yeah, man, I'm doing great. I'm excited to talk Miami sports. It was a tough week. Tough week of Miami sports, with the exception of the Fins.
Florida sports.
Florida sports. With the exception of, the Fins salvaging Florida football. But yeah, we'll get to that, I'm sure.
0-11.
Yeah, that was terrible.
0-11. The state went 0-11 in football.
I thought it was 0-12.
Huh?
I thought it was 0-12. I thought I saw.
No. 1-11 with the Dolphins. If the Dolphins had lost, it would have been 0-12.
Okay. Well, either way, it was really bad.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins found a way to squeak one out in SoFi. Yes. We'll touch on that here in just a little bit.
Yeah. So, all right. To start, big news. The Marlins have a new manager. Let me introduce him here. Your boy.
My boy. I don't know. He's a World Series champion. There it is. Oh, Clayton McCullough.
Yes.
He looks like a social studies teacher from a high school. That's what he looks like.
He kind of looks like Dennis Quaid, kind of.
Yeah, un poquito, yeah.
From
The Natural or
no. Was it The Rookie? No,
The Rookie. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he kind of looks like that. It looks like he should be coaching a high school baseball team and not the.
Well, think about it. He probably coached quite a few high schoolers. He's never coached in the majors. Had some success in the minor leagues and had some winning seasons there in the Dodgers organization. So, man, I'm.
Well, let's see. Let's see what the man's been up to throughout his career.
You gonna bring up his stats?
There you go.
Look at that. Getting to know Clayton McCullough, the skipper, the new skipper for the Marlins. Hey, look at that. He resides in Jupiter, Florida. Well, that's good. At least he doesn't have to commute to work a whole lot. That's good.
Take us through the resume.
All right.
See what we got.
So, of course, he just won the World Series with the Dodgers as their first base coach. He was there from 2015 until 2024 when the Marlins snatched him up. He reached the postseason in 4 consecutive seasons. Minor league field coordinator from 2015 to 2020.
If you know what that means, please enlighten us. I have no idea what it means.
It's probably just a fancy term for something. I don't know. We'll get back. We'll parking lot that one. We'll get back to you, folks. If you're interested in knowing what the hell a field coordinator is, let us know. We'll dig deep for you. Toronto Blue Jays player development from 2006 to 2014, a 402 and 367 record in 7 minor league managerial campaigns with 6 winning seasons. Northwest League Manager of the Year in 2012, Florida State League Manager of the Year in 2011, managed Single-A Lansing from 2008 and 2009 to a postseason berth in his first year. Guided High A Dunedin, I don't know if I'm saying that right.
That sounds right.
To consecutive playoff berths and won consecutive championships with Single-A Vancouver. The guy's a fucking winner, man. That's what it says on his resume. I mean, if he would have bring that to like an interview, I would have been like, shit, that's pretty good. So tell me about
So
yourself and what you're gonna do with the team.
yeah, and we have this. He did put out a statement. We do have that here. I'll put it up, and Alex, you can read it. You can take us through that statement.
It is an honor to be introduced as the manager for the Miami Marlins, and I would like to thank Bruce, Peter, and the entire organization. Following an incredible past few weeks, it is exciting to end the year by finding the right opportunity for me and my family. We have called South Florida home for the last 10 years, and now I get to lead the Marlins franchise forward with a culture that is built on determination, focus, and care. And a
Well,
kid, Clayton.
unless he's bringing that culture, that's a straight up fucking lie. This culture has been built on.
Hey, you're already accusing the guy of lying, bro?
No. I said unless he's bringing the culture with him, which is what I'm hoping he does. This organization,
that's what every manager brings from their other organization. They bring that culture, especially if it's a winning culture. Unless it's a shitty culture, they're not going to bring that with them.
Well, there's already a shitty culture here, built on lies, built on cheapness, built on just to borrow a Miami term, mierda is basically what this culture is. It's just piles and piles and piles of turd at Lone Depot Park.
Byron, I understand you're not the biggest fan of the Marlins front office.
I love the Marlins to death, which is
why you love the Marlins. Like the idea of the Marlins, I'm talking about like 97, 2003 Marlins. Those are the Marlins you like.
No. Listen, Xavier Edwards.
Okay, that's
Griffin
like
Conine.
Griffin, yeah.
But ownership and Nerd Boy are just terrible.
You're not a fan. I was a fan of Skip. I liked Skip.
So was I.
I really thought he could do well here. I thought he had some early success. Of course, he had some injuries to your starting rotation. That's always going to be debilitating to a team, especially a young team. But man, I'm excited. The guy comes from a winning organization. The guy's been used to winning. He knows what winning looks like. Maybe he can, you said, bring that culture here to Miami.
That's what I'm hoping.
It's exciting because he's worked with a lot of young kids. There's a lot of young guys on this squad that could use the development, could use the leadership from Clayton. So, hey, man, I'm thrilled. I think it's a good move for Miami. Hopefully it puts them some asses in seats at Lone Depot because we need the fans, man. We need to pack that stadium, dude, like it was for the World Baseball Classic. That's the kind of excitement that I want in Miami for baseball again. I don't know when we'll get there or how we'll do it, but
spend me some money. Give me a product on the field that deserves our presence because
man, but you can't always be writing checks. You can't just open up your checkbook
no.
That.
It has nothing. It has. So there's a difference between being the Yankees.
Oh, and by the way, we're not in the market for Juan Soto.
Right, and that's fine. What I'm saying is
that's fine. Yeah.
There's a difference between writing a check as if you're the Yankees and spending efficiently, but spending. If you want fans and seats to bring their hard-earned money to the stadium, then stop being a cheap ass and spend some money on some quality players. I'm not saying that they have to be Juan Soto, but go get me. And
you can bring in an Alex Fernandez or a Bobby Bonilla like you did that one year, and then all of a sudden, we're contenders.
Bring
or
in
Dutch Dalton. Remember when they brought in Darren Dalton?
Right, cool. And then they traded for Conine at the deadline. So what I'm saying is spend smart. Spend the resources on your farm system. Bring up guys that are quality guys.
Yeah.
And then here's the kicker. You ready? Keep those motherfuckers. Don't sell them to – I swear we are the World Series ace for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Oh, former Marlin.
Yeah.
Josh Chisholm in the World Series. Oh, former Marlin. John Birdie in the World Series. Oh, former Marlin.
That one hurt.
Giancarlo Stanton. World Series. Former Marlin. Yeah. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of seeing
former National League MVP, bro.
Huh?
Former National League MVP, right?
Giancarlo?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. The point is, I'm tired of seeing the guys we develop go somewhere else and win.
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast. It happens sometimes. It just so happens that the Marlins have done it pretty regularly the past decade. So I can understand the frustration. Hopefully that's not what's going to continue to happen. Hopefully you see the young talent we have in there now. I think there's a lot of potential. I hope this guy Clayton McCullough can really elevate those young kids. And hopefully the injury bug doesn't bite us again.
Scrooge McDuck and the other guy also put out a statement. Here's a statement from Scrooge McDuck.
We're thrilled to announce Clayton McCullough as manager of the Miami Marlins following an extensive search. Clayton joins our organization following a World Series championship season and brings a strong pedigree of winning. That he does. His love of the game, ability to build meaningful relationships, and new leadership will guide our organization into an exciting new era. With roots already in South Florida, we're excited to welcome Clayton along with his wife Jill and their children to the Marlins organization. This guy kind of rubs me as like the Marlins McDaniel.
Well, hold on, because by Bruce Sherman, he means by extensive search, he means being rejected by the top 3 candidates they had and falling back on McCullough. But go ahead with your extensive search. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I figured you'd chime in with that. As soon as I read that, I was like, oh yeah, that's. Anyways, let's move on, man. You got anything else on Clayton and the Fish?
One last statement. Nerd Boy put out a statement as well.
Bendix, your boy Peter Bendix. We couldn't be more excited to welcome Clayton and his family to the Marlins. Throughout our process, his character, this is in bold, by the way, care for people and culture, passion for player development, and desire to win stood out and make him a perfect fit for our organization. He has an impressive track record of success, building relationships and bringing positive energy every day, all 162 games. It's clear that Clayton's values and vision align perfectly with ours, and we are ready to begin working on the next exciting chapter for our club.
I feel like that statement basically says that he's really, really mad that they didn't hire his robot girlfriend to be the next manager of the Marlins.
Whatever. You can read between the lines. I'm okay with Clayton. I mean,
listen, get the job done. My beef isn't with Clayton. My beef is with Bendix.
Kendall Sports Network. This is Alex.
My beef is with Bendix and Sherman. That's
Your
who my
beef has always been with Peter Bendix and Bruce Sherman.
Well, and before that, Loria and Sampson.
Jeffrey Loria.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you who I didn't have a beef with. Kim Eng.
I would agree. Yeah.
Say what you want. I was a skeptic about the move with Pablo and Luis. It turned out to be an okay move. You know, Luis Arias brought to this team what he was expected to bring. He was a spark.
Definitely, some excitement. If anything, he brought a lot of excitement. He was a catalyst. Contact. Yeah, and he put butts in seats, man. That's
clutchness. Because the biggest game I remember was, I think we were down like 5 or 6 against the Yankees.
The game he hit for the cycle, or did we blow out whoever we?
I don't know. No.
Because he also hit for our first ever cycle.
Right. We were playing the Yankees and we were down like 5 in the 9th. And my dad was watching the game with me. He called and he's like, these guys love to do this shit. Watch, they're gonna come back. And they did. And the guy who got the game-winning hit was Arias. They had
what do they call him? La regadera.
Right, and they what is it? They shifted everybody to one side, and he hit it the other way.
Yeah,
won the game.
Definitely brought some excitement, man. That's a win-win for both squads, right? Minnesota got a great starter in Pablo Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
We hope we can kind of.
And what did Bendix get for Arias?
Peanuts.
Actually, it was 4 players. We cut 3.
Yeah. It's
and we paid his salary.
It wasn't pretty, man. It wasn't pretty. I don't know that we got much for Tanner Scott either.
We didn't. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's a pact, if there's an unwritten agreement, but I feel like our job is okay. Yankees, what do you want? Don't give us anything. Padres, what do you want? Don't give us anything. I feel like on each coast there's one.
I wonder if he's got like a bunch of IOUs from different organizations just kind of sitting there in the front office where he can, or maybe Clayton or Peter or fucking Bruce can come one day and be like, hey, remember that one time when you guys gave us like absolutely shit for a star player during a postseason run?
You mean like Miguel Cabrera and we got absolutely nothing back?
Oh, man. Anyways, man, you know, we were trying to shed some positive light on the organization. They're bringing a World Series champion in, and here you go, fucking backtracking.
Anyway, moving on. Cat fever. The Panthers. Those guys are playing really, really well.
Holy shit! With their fucking robes, I want to get a robe. Does that make you want to get a robe?
No, because then my fat rolls will be out everywhere. Nobody
cares, dude. You'd be a fucking boss, bro. I'm gonna get a robe. What did never mind. I'll cover up. But but bro, I need a robe. I need a Panthers robe now.
You know what? We're gonna get Kendall Sports Network robes. That's gonna be our Christmas gift.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you find out if there's a link to get the robe, and we're gonna post it right now on the show. The link to get the robe. If you are just as excited about the Cats as we are, okay, 11-3, alone at the top in the East, okay, then go ahead and buy you a robe. Buy you a robe. It's that time of year where it's gonna get a little cold. You know, you're gonna want something when you get out of the shower, but I don't think so your nips don't get all crazy hard. Cover up, get your little robe and support the squad, baby. You're defending Stanley Cup champions, Los Gatos, Florida Panthers. Time to hunt.
All right, so here's the good part and the bad part.
There's no.
I found the link to the robe. The only bad part is
they're sold out.
I only found the women's version of it, but does it really matter?
It doesn't matter. Who cares? So buy it. Go up a couple sizes. No seas tan pendejo. Get your robe.
All right, give me a second.
Link. We're gonna drop the link now for the Panthers robe.
Give me a second here, and I'll get that for you. Let me see here. I don't know if I can drop the link, but I'll definitely show the.
Oh, we'll drop the link with the traditional, link in bio. Go find the link.
Yeah. That's what we'll drop a tweet and we'll drop a.
That's right.
We'll drop a tweet and we'll drop an Instagram post.
Little merch to support a winning team in Florida.
Yes, absolutely. But definitely, they went to Finland. They played the Stars.
And they beat the shit out of the Stars.
They've been on a tremendous roll.
And the Stars are a great team, bro. They just beat up on Pittsburgh. They got a hell of a goaltender. They got a young rookie who's tearing it up over there.
No, 100%. And then they come back and they continue that role. It's good to see Spencer playing well. Bob is playing well. And the most important part out of all of this is that they're healthy, man. They're healthy.
Yeah. Sammy Reinhart's having a hell of a year so far. Yep.
Yeah. So, vamos Gatos.
Vamos Gatos, indeed. We got Sammy Reinhart tied for sixth in the league with 23 points.
Yeah.
And he's also tied for second with 11 goals behind only Cole Caulfield of the Canadiens.
Yeah, and what's great is that Chucky is the clutch Jimmy Butler type guy.
Yeah,
but does the dirty work, man. He's an absolute pest. He hasn't been on that.
He's out tonight against the Pistons, but yeah, Chucky does play that role for the Cats. But hey, they're facing a really tough Jersey squad tonight.
Yeah, they're down 1-0 in the first.
Their goaltender Jake Allen is a stud. That guy's playing lights out.
But he's no Bob, but
he's playing his ass off right now. So we need to quit fucking around and get back on the board, maybe get a power play goal or something.
Yeah, they're down 1-0 right now. New Jersey's on the power play. But I have faith in the Cats, unlike other organizations.
And that's going to be on ESPN Plus.
Yes,
if you're subscribed like I am. Which, by the way, I found out some. I thought I had a better subscription, but apparently it sucks. I do have the bundle with Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN. But if I don't have like an actual cable provider, then I can't watch like ESPN programming, which kind of sucks. Because I was trying to watch the Monday night game last night from this little itty bitty 32-inch I have here in the office, and they were like, "No, you can't do it because you don't have a provider." So if anyone wants to donate their Xfinity or their Spectrum or their login info, just DM us and we'll send you some merch or something.
All right, moving on. We got next on the docket. It's the Miami Heat. The Heat are just doing Heat things. 4-5, 7th in the conference, which is, I feel like we live in 7th place.
No, man, it's early in the year. We're still playing around with the right starting five. The rebound is going to be the death of this team. We keep getting out rebounded. A tough loss against Sacramento there at the end. Obviously, we played the Nuggets, and we couldn't. Jokic just continues to kill us, and we put up a lot of points, but we gave up a lot of points. But a great win against the Timberwolves. What a play drawn up by Spo there at the end to free up Jovic for what eventually was the game-winning layup. Tyler's balling out. We had a rough start tonight against Detroit. I think we went down like 12 or 12-0 or
12 is last I saw. I turned the Panthers game on after the first quarter, but I can give that game a look-see and see where we're at.
So, man, it's going to be one of those where we just gotta get the right contributions from the right guys. You hope that Richardson can stay healthy. Alec Burks has been shooting lights out from beyond the arc, so that's a good pickup. We need
Kevin Love.
We need Love is healthy again. We need Ware whenever he's flashed. He's flashed. Some really good range. So if we can get Ware going, get him more, maybe bulk him up a little bit.
He got some playing time tonight. I heard he hit a 3-pointer already.
Yeah, so Khalil Ware is going to be a problem, man. If this guy can continue to get developed, Chris Quinn, I'm sure, is working with him. Spo's the type of guy that's going to elevate this Khalil Ware fella, Pell Larson. I think we got a good squad.
And Pell's been playing well.
Yeah, Pell's been playing well. He got beat up a little bit in a little physical game the other night. I think it was Sacramento. But DeMontis, is a physical dude.
Score update is 47-47 with 2:45 left in the second quarter.
Okay, that's good, man. That's good. We dug ourselves an early hole. Now we just, the death of this team is always a fucking third quarter.
You mean the third quarter?
The third quarter, yeah. It's bad. So I don't understand how we have such a great coach and we just come out flat after the break. It's crazy.
He's great because he's stubborn. And I came up with I was talking to somebody.
No, I don't know. I don't think that he's stubborn so much as just he doesn't try to overthink shit. What I liked earlier that he did this game when we were down 10-0, he took the starters out. He took most of the starters out. He put in freaking Jovic, put in Jaquez. By the way, Jaquez, every time he comes in, he makes an impact, bro. I'm a big, huge Jaime Jaquez fan.
So here's what I was saying. The starting five starts off games well, usually. Today's the exception. But they usually start off games well. The issue is coming out of the third quarter. And my thought is this. The starters use the beginning of the game to get into a rhythm. And whoever's got it going early, it's kind of who they ride. When they come in in the third quarter, there is no, hey, let's see who's in the game. It's, all right, I'm going to get there's a disconnect. And I feel like at times there can be too much firepower on the floor. So I understand that Tyler Hero has the contract. he wants to be a starter, and that's fine. Keep the starting 5.
He's earned it thus far this season.
My
He's been our
adjustment,
most consistent guy.
my adjustment would be in the second half. I would say take Tyler out of the lineup in the third quarter, from starting the third quarter, put in a Dunks, put in a Pell, put in a Jaime, and then have Tyler come in and play the rest of that third quarter, the rest of the fourth quarter, take a break, and then finish the game. But at that point, you've gotten the starting 5 with a role player who doesn't demand the ball, the ability to free up a little bit and play free. And then Tyler comes in and Tyler can start cooking. That way, when you get to a fourth quarter, everyone's cooking. And I feel like the third quarter becomes a more balanced quarter where you're not looking at a second unit with a tired starter. Does that make sense? There's starter. There's a starter on the floor at all times almost.
Right.
No, that's just me.
There's a lot of factors that that contribute to that, and those rotations. The opposing players, the matchups, right? Foul trouble, things like that. The Detroit team that's a lot faster than us. You can tell the Detroit team that moves that plays a lot faster than the Heat do. So you have to, there's different matchup, different scenarios like that where you have to kind of, play to the opposition or kind of, take over a game or, because Miami doesn't want to run with Detroit. We don't have the athletes to run with Detroit. So
we do. They're just intangibles.
Yeah. So, but early on in this game, I saw a lot of easy buckets in the paint. Ivy getting past our defense. So it's a few things, but it's early on in the year. I'm sure we'll make some adjustments. I'm sure guys will continue to learn each other and their role within the offense. But health is important. Kevin Love is going to be huge again this season. We hope we can maybe make some moves if we're to compete with the likes of the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers who are undefeated and the Boston Celtics.
Did you hear the latest?
Without Porzingis for a good amount of time, he's hurt as well.
Did you hear the latest smelly rumor in the kitchen?
What, Giannis wanting to come to South Beach?
I don't understand why he would make it either New York or Miami, even though it really just is Miami because every tradable asset New York has is locked in until almost a trade deadline because of the trade with Minnesota. Yeah. I don't know. It's that rule that I think it's 90 days or something like that, or 60 days that they can't be traded. And it takes them almost right up to the deadline.
Yeah.
I'm
excited. I'm excited to see what our coaching staff does, man. We're somehow always in that freaking 4 to 7, 4 to 8 slot.
Usually it's 7 to 10, 7 to.
But what I do need to see more of is more of Bam, more from Bam, bro.
Okay, but here's the thing. What more do you want from him? What more do you want from him?
I want more rebounding, bro. I don't feel like he's physical enough. I feel like he settles too much for a foul line jumper or, I need him to be more physical. I need more physicality. Because physicality wears on teams, right? And physicality allows you to close out teams late in the game and finish.
Here's the issue.
Huh?
Here's the issue. We ask him to do so much.
Right, but we can take some of that stuff off his plate. He doesn't have to guard 1 through 5.
How? Because
we have lockdown defenders. We have Jaquez. We have Highsmith, who's a great defender.
Go back the last couple of games, right? Sabonis. Who besides Bam can lock him down?
I don't know. That's one of the best centers in the league.
Joker.
Huh?
Joker.
Another anomaly. These guys are all in the West.
I understand, but what I'm saying is Porzingis.
No, Porzingis is
he's a matchup problem
he
because
is a matchup problem, but
set.
he's also super injury prone, and he tends to rely a lot on his outside shot.
Understand? So if you're guarding guys like Joker, Sabonis, they can all shoot. Bam is outside guarding these guys. You can't ask him to rebound too. That's where guys like Jimmy, guys like Tyler, you need to put in the work to come down in the paint if Bam is outside.
Yeah,
none of this running out shit. Oh, let me go get a transition 3. Guess what? You can't get a transition 3 if you don't have the possession of the ball.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing that always hurts Miami. They get killed on the glass.
But that's
you're
what
right. It's because Bam is having to guard the perimeter and that player that stretches the floor.
Wish agrees. Wish agrees. He made look at him. He's right there agreeing. He understands. Bam does way too much.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to figure that out because you have to finish defensive possessions by grabbing a fucking rebound.
That's where you have, I think, Love and Bam, Khalil and Bam. But the problem you run into is,
but can you have Khalil and Bam on the floor at the same time? Is Khalil a defensive liability right now?
I don't know.
I haven't seen enough. I mean, I would think his wingspan allows him to have a little bit of fucking margin for error.
Okay, so hold on. Do you know in video games, right? Do you remember when
video games? No, I haven't played video games since I was
hold on. You're gonna understand. Imagine you were playing a video game and all of a sudden someone came into the room, right? And then they grabbed the control, and imagine you were playing like Street Fighter, and they hit start, and you were in the middle of a fight, just like you're in the middle of a show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what would happen? Do you remember?
No.
Your fight would stop, and it would say, a new challenger has entered, and the fact that you're playing solo no longer mattered because a second user player came in. We may have that later on in the show. Just FYI. Be prepared.
Okay.
So you were saying, can you have Khalil Ware and Bam on the floor? Is he a defensive liability?
It's worth a shot. Or at least a Thomas Bryant and a Bam on the floor at the same time. Although Brian is supposed to relieve Bam if Bam were to get in foul trouble or hey. Good, he can talk Inter Miami because
I was watching.
I was just going to show
that's
my Messi Lego piece.
I don't know. I was watching the Heat game. I was watching you guys. I was watching the Panthers game. And I caught it at the right moment.
Yeah. We're slated to talk Inter Miami right after we finish the Heat. But why don't you chime in on this? Alex was saying that he wanted more from Bam. I said, I mean, unless the guy's an absolute machine, what more can you ask from him? Your thoughts on it?
Bam's had a slow start to the season, shooting wise and rebounding wise. I think he was like 3 for 11 3 for 14 against Minnesota. Had single-digit points, single-digit rebounds. We need more from him, especially that Jimmy's out. I know he does a lot defensively, and he anchors our defense, and we're a top 15, top 10 defense with him. But offensively, offensively, I think the offense right now is going through Tyler Hero, who's putting up 25 a game, shooting 81 from the line, 41 from
MVP type numbers. We were talking about it.
But yeah, Bam just needs to be more comfortable in the offense, I think. Finding his shot, finding the baseline jumper. Him being aggressive and him being a back-to-the-basket big really isn't his thing against a smaller guy. And against the big guys that he's gone against, he's got to use his speed and move off the ball a lot more. But I think as the season goes on, he'll hopefully gets into it offensively. And bringing Khalil behind him is probably the best bet. Thomas Bryant really can be your fourth big with Kevin Love coming back. So the sooner you throw in Ware into the mix and get him up to speed and into NBA games and stuff like that, I think it'll be better for the team.
See, but I think that I know that the NBA has gotten away from it, but with Bam's skill set, I think there is a space where you can play Love and Bam or Kalel and Bam. More, I think maybe more of a Thomas and Bam because Thomas stays more inside, and then a Kalel and Love because either one of Kalel or Love can be on the outside. If you're going to expect Bam to cover the Sabonis's, the Jokic's, the Porzingis's, all of these guys that love to go out and shoot on the perimeter, you need someone who's going to stay in and, like Alex said, clean up those boards. So I feel like everything in the NBA is cyclical. We went away from the center. Nobody wanted big guys. And now I feel like the Heat have the roster construction to be able to play a bit two bigs because Bam is such a versatile piece that he can be a big guard, what Lamar Odom used to be, what Rasheed Wallace used to be, these transitional.
No, Rasheed Wallace was a masterful rebounder.
Right, but you understand
He
what
could
I'm saying?
also stretch the floor. Yes, you're right.
So that's what I think there's space for a big and Bam because there isn't this fear of what it used to be where you're like, oh, you're clogging the paint. No. Now with Bam playing on the outside, being able to shoot the three, now there's no longer that issue of clogging the paint. You can use a Kalil Ware. You can use what Zoe used to be. What's it called? When he didn't block the shot, was it called a shot changer, or where you knew he was in there and you had to adjust your shot just because you knew he was there.
Yeah. Well, Zoe was also one of the better defensive centers in the game. I mean, a shot alters your shot. You want somebody who alters your shot down there. Yeah.
Thoughts? Anybody? No? Crickets?
I mean, the best center or person next to Bam would be Brook Lopez. A 7-1 stretch big who can rebound when Bam is outside guarding anyone else.
Isn't that what you're hoping Kalel can turn into?
You're hoping for that, but Brook Lopez is already a solidified guy at that position.
Brook Lopez is also going to command a first-round pick at least.
No.
Splash
Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, that guy, I would have taken a look at Brook Lopez at one point or another.
Yeah. I agree. I like that. I think that's a good fit.
Did he resign? Yeah, he's there in Milwaukee still.
Okay. If Giannis decides, I mean, it all depends on if Milwaukee decides to sell and blow it up and rebuild.
Dude,
they're going to rebuild around.
I don't know, and they brought in a new head coach. I don't know if that's in their plans.
I don't know who they're going to rebuild around though.
Dame is too old to build around.
Chris Middleton has no ankles.
Giannis wants out.
Who are they going to rebuild around?
Not Bobby Porter.
Andre Jackson Jr.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Gary Trent?
No.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh, how deep into the closet did you go for that name?
Hey, he's a
Irish, baby. Former Notre Dame Irish.
I know. God, he was annoying in college.
He's good. He's annoying now in the NBA too.
Mm-hmm. All right. So moving on. Alex, not Alex. Mark, your time to shine.
I don't want to do this.
It's still a fresh wound.
It's still too fresh, man.
Inter Miami eliminated after having the most historic and prolific season in the MLS in its young history. They are eliminated by a team that, backed into the playoffs. They used their last possible life to get in.
Competition.
Yes.
But with a hell of a goaltender, man. Gusan was amazing.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I love nothing more than the shit he was talking to Suarez afterwards.
Hey, I'm sure Suarez did his share of fucking shit talking too. Suarez is one of the biggest shit talkers in the game, dude.
That's why I think Guzan, after the game, went up to him and was just Just
That
an asshole.
that
And
shoving match after that messy header was phenomenal. That was crazy.
That happened right in front of me.
Oh yeah,
What was
dude, I
it?
hadn't
Yeah.
seen a messy
It
header in
was
God knows how many
Messi.
fucking years.
Messi scored the header, and he tried to get the ball from Guzan, and then Campana shoved them right into the fucking net.
Yeah,
I love this though. I love the floundering into the net. And when
He
Suarez
almost
came to talk
he
shit,
took the goal down.
right, and when Suarez came to talk shit, all of a sudden he no longer was stuck in the net.
Yeah,
No
no.
longer stuck in the net. I thought it was I thought it was hilarious. So we're gonna have a season review
Recap.
next Thursday. Um,
I
but
can't believe it's happening that we're doing this so early.
I want Alex's opinion. I want your wish list from Inter Miami. What do you think? What do you think needs?
No, first
in
we
your
should
opinion, what needs
we
to
should
happen?
ask, first you should ask him if the season was a failure or was it an accomplishment.
Okay, that's a great question.
no, man, I think in a sense, sure, it's a failure, right? Because you got ousted in the first round, and you were the top seed. But the supporter shield's a big deal. I mean, did you go up from last season, right? Are we moving in the right direction? And I think they are. Now, of course, our horses aren't getting any younger, right? So there's a small window there.
Our horses belong to AARP.
That's what I'm saying. So the window is small.
The window is just cracked.
Yeah. So that's where you're like, oh shit. I kind of wish it would have happened this year.
Here's what I think is the issue with me. The expectations were set, and not by the fans, by the team. They promised us 4 trophies and ended up with 1. To me, that's absolutely a failure. 100% a failure. No matter how prolific your season was, nobody cares about a regular season champ. The only thing that matters is who's lifting that trophy.
Ask the Panthers, right? The President's Cup.
And out in the first round against Tampa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mark, 100%. Your thoughts? Failure, success, kind of in between?
I think, no. In the beginning of the season, I said, go get me the MLS Cup. Anything else is a failure. So, by those standards.
You at prep. So, yes.
I mean, dude, Messi played a horrible game. No one played well that last game. No one played well. Messi played terrible by his standards. Absolutely terrible. You were really sluggish in those last 2 games. And I'm going to say I hate the best of 3 series because you win. It's soccer. It's a global sport, and we have this playoff system where no one in Europe plays it. I mean, you win your supporter shield. It should be for 1 game, and you get home field advantage for that. Why best of 3? I mean, I just have mixed thoughts of the whole playoff system, but the season's a failure. Quarterfinals in the CONCACAF Cup.
Yeah, but will we be saying the same thing, Mark, about the format if Miami would have advanced?
No.
I still hate the format regardless if we advance or not. That doesn't. I said it before. I've said that way before the playoffs started. That the three first, like, I don't like that. Like the 3-game series in the first round and then everything else is best of 1. I don't like it. Everything should just be best of 1. If you're trying to become one of the best leagues in the world, why not follow the European model of what works?
Instead of a best of 3, would you be okay with the old school model of
home and home?
Both teams get a home
aggregate.
No, because then what does a supporter shield do? Then do it with a supporter shield because you're supposed to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and you don't get home field in a 1-1. It should be best of 1, and that's it.
So okay. So would you be okay with just this? Okay, so here's the issue. If you go best of 1, and some fluky thing happens.
I'd rather have some fluky thing happen than you play 3 games.
What are your thoughts,
Alex? It's soccer. It's that's why it's the greatest sport. In the Champions League, at times it's the best of 1. In the World Cup, it's the best of 1. Some of the greatest moments happen in best of 1 games.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had Mbappe versus Messi in that fucking World Cup final. I mean, can you imagine
You
that
know,
shit going to two more games?
yeah, you had we're gonna play a best of 3 World Cup final. Okay,
No, I agree. Mark makes a lot of sense. I think best of one. Hey, you play for the home field edge, and you play that one game at Chase and Fort Lauderdale, and move on. And in that case, Miami would have advanced.
yeah,
Um, but
Yeah, I agree with him. It's just I have to play devil's advocate and play the other side.
right. Yeah, always. Byron's Mr. Devil's Advocate. I'm
yeah,
gonna
of course
change.
he is.
I'm gonna change your name in my contact to Devil's Advocate.
Hey, bro, Charlize Theron was amazing in that movie.
Yeah. But yeah, man, really disappointing. Really disappointing. Now the guys for international duty. And then what's next? What's next for the Pinks, Mark?
It's a long off season of really diving deep into what we need. I think there's defensive questions to be answered. There's questions to be answered about Tata Martino.
You think there's still
and
questions about Tata? I still think the questions about the defense are more glaring than Tata.
I
I
think
think
they're
this
both
sucks.
specifically because Tata made those acquisitions for those defenders. He's the one that had the final say in who to get, who not to get. David Martinez is okay. He's not a championship winning defender. You need another right back, maybe.
I
You
don't
need
think Chelo's the answer either.
I think you need another center defensive mid to help with Bright because Redondo's not the answer. Redondo can play as an 8, not as a 6. And you probably need another center back, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I mean, people are going to question every position other than the striker and the attacking
And you
mid,
need a replacement for Diego too.
and a center mid, yeah.
Hey, so put your
Thinking cap on?
put your David Beckham cap on, and who
No,
do we
bro,
get rid of?
this isn't a set pool of players to pull from. This is
Whoever's hot in Argentina right now is who we're getting. I
it
mean,
seems that way.
man. I mean, you got Facundo Farias back.
Oh yeah.
That center mid position is kind of a tricky one. Everyone's gonna link to Pogba and all that stuff. Man, he would instantly become the best player in the league. He would become better than Messi in the league right now. Just of what because he's younger and he would dominate. That midfield would be set. He would dominate the midfield of any other team. I saw Victor Wanyama play coming off of Southampton when he was with Montreal and still playing. He played against Inter Miami one of the first seasons. He bossed the midfield like it was no one's business. If you can get Pogba to play as an 8, I mean, there's no you better win every trophy that you play for. But realistically, it's gonna
There's
be hard to get
rumors.
him.
Is that
rumors.
is that the move? Well, there's also rumors about
No.
Neymar coming.
Who?
He needs to get healthy.
Yeah, Neymar.
That guy's
Yeah.
hurt. That guy's hurt every other. I mean,
Yeah, a
our
lot.
team is yeah. But I gotta look into
How old
the
is
stuff.
Neymar? What does he have left in the tank?
30.
6? No.
No, I don't say 32. Maybe like 33. I think. He's got a lot of injuries. Coming off a torn ACL, now he's got some muscular injury. Doesn't really help.
He tore. What did he do? He tore his
He tore his
hamstring.
ACL. He tore his ACL, and then he's coming off a muscular injury. I don't know if he tore anything now, but
ACL.
Yeah, like I said, you see, there's so many players that in the world that you can pull from that. I honestly have no idea.
I'd have to look. I mean, apparently they're interested in Christian Borja, Borja or something like that, the center forward for River Plate. So we'll see.
I don't understand what this obsession with Argentina is.
Our entire team is our entire team is Argentinian.
Hey, what about Drake? Is Drake the answer at goal?
A lot of people question him too. It's going to be interesting what they do. He's a good keeper. He's not a great keeper. He has things to work on. It's just going to be. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Drake. I mean, I think they keep him. I wouldn't be surprised if they look for another option at some point, but I think they start the season with him.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, and listen, put the money into the academy, draft well. Look at what the academy has given fruit to. Kremaski came from the academy.
Benjamin. Yep.
Ruiz came from the academy.
I felt Kremaski took a step back this season.
Kremaski
You,
was
think so?
also
You don't think it was attributed to his injuries?
I don't think so.
They bring him back too early.
I don't know if they brought him back to it. I just don't think his game was all there. He struggled a lot with retaining possession. He struggled with finishing and finding a final ball, even though he had, I think, like 3 goals in the season. But
that first touch really
I just
was
think
lost.
he struggled. I don't know. I couldn't really put my finger on it, but to me, he took a step back.
Robert Taylor also needs to see some playing time.
He signed the contract, buddy. He's not going to see any playing time on Inter Miami anymore. He's probably getting traded.
Alex, are you familiar with that curse?
What curse?
So there's an unofficial curse where if you sign an extension with Inter Miami, you're getting traded.
Oh yeah. So Robert Taylor is on the chopping block.
Lewis Morgan, I think, signed a contract and got traded.
Your boy Kamal
Miller got traded.
Mm-hmm.
Mota,
I like Kamal Miller.
Gregory.
Not enough.
Miller's
pace.
a Canadian defender, right?
He didn't have enough pace for me.
I'd
Miller?
pick him all over any of these guys that we had.
Yeah, for sure. I liked him, man.
I would have taken Kamal Miller in a heartbeat back.
I think he's a solid defender.
The one guy that we really missed, Gregory.
Oh, 100%. And he was a salary cap casualty.
What about Saylor?
No, he's no good.
I'd rather take
he had some flashes. What happened with him?
He just wasn't consistent enough. He just couldn't find his footing, honestly. And then they just recycled center backs around him. Eventually, Toto was better than him, and so was Ian Frey. And they decided to put Busquets over him. And Noah Allen emerged late in the season and was better than him as well.
Despite his diminutive stature.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Allen, yeah, itty bitty motherfucker.
All right, moving on. Victory Tuesday.
Hey.
Who stayed up for that Monday night game? Huh. I guess I'm the old guy here, huh?
No, I'm the old guy. I promise you I'm older than both of you.
That's fine, but I'm the only one who got on the couch, fell asleep, and woke up to the postgame.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going on the couch and falling asleep. It's whether you are able to wake up again and then pick up right where you left off. Because that happens to me. I have sleep apnea, so I fall asleep a lot because I don't get good sleep. But no, I stayed up. I stayed up and watched this one. Man, complimentary football. That's what happens when your defense is able to play well, and then your offense can play well in spurts, and then they pick each other up, right? So what happened with Tua when Tua turned the ball over? The defense got the ball right back. So the defense answered the bell, right? You could attribute the last 2 losses to the defense, or defensive lapses late in the game. And Anthony Weaver's unit answered the bell, man.
They got healthy.
Yeah, Calais, you got back a Zach Zealer, you got back Kader Kohu, you got back a Javon Holland, which was big late. You generate pressure, man. You keep him out of the end zone. That's a big task. That's a pretty good offense there with Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams. You keep those guys out of the end zone. That's a pretty remarkable feat there, man. So hats off to the defense. They play well. They played their ass off, man. Calais Campbell. I can't say enough about that fucking dude. The oldest guy on the team. And he's in there breaking up passes, dude, just wreaking havoc.
MVP of this team right now.
Yeah, I would agree. Calais Campbell, man, what a hell of a leader, and just his play on the field is speaks volumes, right? It leads. He doesn't have to say anything in the locker room, just by the play on his field and the energy. and the motor that he has, man, at that age, is incredible. So, we got a pause. Tua looked a little bit better in the second half. He looked great on third down. He did make some head scratching decisions there. Held on to the ball a little bit too long. I think he was watching a little too much Caleb Williams, and and it hurt us a couple times. Took some big sacks, but he acknowledged that in the post game. He said he has to be a little bit more situationally aware. But yeah, man, he made a play outside the pocket, found OBJ, found Mostert for that big gain, found Waddle in that first drive. So those are the plays that we need him to make. And look, we just found a way to win. Where the last three weeks we were finding ways to lose. We were like, oh shit, we got a lead, let's fuck it off, and that's what we were doing. And I think just kind of you came together as a cohesive unit and found a way to win, man. And now they got a pulse. 1.5 games back of seventh spot Denver right now. You got some very winnable games ahead of you. Vegas. You got the Jets twice. You got the Browns.
The Jets twice.
Yeah, the Jets twice. And that's
Green
a freaking
Bay
disaster
and,
over there.
Green Bay and San Francisco.
Green Bay and San Fran and Houston.
Yes.
So there's obviously Houston. It's a tough game. But in San Fran, you don't know where they're going to stand. That's a tough NFC West. They could be very, very beat up towards the end of the year. They've been plagued with injuries as well. So you don't know, man. You don't know. The what you wanted from the team on Monday, you got
it. Did anybody catch the absolute troll job that Calais Campbell did with that post-game interview?
With Scott Van Pelt?
Some of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
So he's playing in LA, in California, and this man goes out and says, the mindset was all you need is a spark to catch a wildfire and keep it going. And I was like, dude, you're gonna make a wildfire joke in LA of all places? Like that it was perfectly placed.
I don't think that was intentional.
I just thought it was
purely coincidental, but yeah, he says all you need is a spark to start a wildfire or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. Your disappointment of the week, the Miami Hurricanes.
Let's see what Mark has to say about the Finns, man. He's always talking soccer. I want him to.
Sorry about that. Go ahead, Mark. What were your thoughts?
I want to hear what he has to say about the Finns.
No, I think when you're able to hold a team to 5 field goals as their only scores is something big, especially when they got the ball twice on a short field. I think Anthony Weaver was very clinical in calling his blitzes on those third downs. From different sides, blitzing another linebacker.
They converted on one. They were like 1 of 12 on third down.
1 for 10 or something like that. Going into the last drive, they were 1 for 10. I think they got maybe one other first down off a third down conversion. But I think Anthony Weaver called a great game in the third down situations. And we had big time plays to Jonnu Smith. Washington scored off an end around. Tyreek got a touchdown. Then we found Jalen Waddle. OBJ had a big third down reception off Tua scrambling out of the pocket. Yeah. I think it was complimentary football. It was not pretty, but it was a team win.
Well, that first drive was beautiful.
Yeah.
Outside of that first drive.
It was, outside the first drive, it was just, finding yardage where you can.
Making winning plays. We made enough winning plays.
And that goes with Tua took some sacks where he could have gotten rid of the ball. Took ownership for it. But in the end, I was that defense. I can't say enough about it. Jalen Ramsey, Sealer, Calais Campbell, Holland, all those guys. Especially on third downs when you're susceptible to give up a big play, give up a first down, and momentum changes, and the other team gets hot, and then you can't get off the field. But third down, they stopped them, 5 straight field goals for the possessions.
Anthony Walker, man, had a hell of a game too.
Yeah, so like I said, when you're able to hold an NFL team in today's day and age where there's a bunch of scoring to 5 field goals as their only scores, you have a very good chance of winning, and that's what the Dolphins did away cross country, big win, and then let's see what next week holds up.
Yeah. Hey, and guess who played against the Rams kicker and lost because the Rams kicker hit 5 fucking field goals?
It's okay. I lost my matchup on Thursday night when Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase decided to score 105 on me.
Wow. Talk about digging yourself a hole. Holy
talk about losing your matchup before it even starts on the weekend.
My goodness. Yeah, he put up what, 55 points?
55 and 50 respectively.
Yeah. In a losing effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Okay. You don't
The
go
Bengals
for 2
can't
there.
catch a
Am I
fucking
the
break,
only
bro.
you don't go for 2 there. You go for you have a losing record on the road, you go for 1. You take it to overtime.
No, you don't.
No? You
don't
for 2?
you go on the road, you go for 2. At home, you take
But you're losing, you have a losing record, Byron. You gotta take at least a chance.
But did you not see
overtime?
Okay, but did you not see what that offense did to your defense?
It's a coin flip. You gotta play the 50-50. I don't know.
And I'll say, listen.
What did analytics say? What did analytics say?
Did you not just tell me
I don't know.
You lost your matchup before it started because Burrow and Chase put up 105 points?
Yes.
The error there was not going for the 2-point conversion. The error was not looking for Jamar Chase. There's no way that a backup tight end should be getting that pass when you have man coverage 1-on-1 with nobody else on that side of the field.
Your best player who's having a monster night.
That's the error. It's not going for 2. The error is not going to Jamar Chase there. That's me.
I just wasn't sure why. I don't know. I guess. Yeah.
It's a good point.
But I think you go for 2 there.
Okay, great. So now what's next?
So speaking of dumb decisions and going forward on 4th downs and stuff like that, the Miami Hurricanes lose to Georgia Tech on Saturday.
I forgot about that one. That one's still kind of fresh too.
What are your thoughts, Alex?
Well, it was only a matter of time before it caught up with them, right? I think every team needs a game like that one. If you remember that 01 team with Dorsey and all those studs, that running back room, remember they had that dud against Boston College. And
the difference is they won.
Yeah, they won. Yeah, but it took a heroic play from Ed Reed. Did it not?
No, it wasn't Ed Reed. Ed Reed was given the ball. Somebody else got it.
He took the ball from the guy.
There you go. Yeah. So it took one of those. That team, who's considered the greatest college football team ever assembled, they had a fucking dud against the Boston College Eagles. Okay, it's unfortunate because again, Cam Ward was being a little loosey goose with the football there late. Some really really bad defense on 3rd and long, on those 3rd and 19, 3rd and 8. When they brought in that true freshman kid Philo, and these guys are like wide open. That
you mean
happen.
They brought in their pass specialist and UM decided not to play the pass?
Yeah, right. And then how does this Haynes King kid run for so many freaking yards? I don't understand. Like, what's coming, and that you have to prepare for it. And you don't get it done. I mean, yeah, the offense didn't look great, but I think that game's on Guidry, man. I think that's on Lance Guidry. There's some holes. There's some holes in that secondary, and they're gonna have to clean that up, man. And the offense had been bailing them out until recently, and that's what happens. Thankfully it's we still control our own destiny. We can win against Wake Forest and Syracuse and still play SMU more than likely in the ACC title game.
That we do control our own destiny, yes.
But that loss hurts, man. That loss hurts.
Yeah, I agree. I think the defense was really been on its last ropes the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And
You got
shout
Tyler
out to them
Barron.
now.
Tyler Barron that looks lost out there. Kiko Maunoa, he's regressed big time. I don't hear Ruben Bain's name called as much anymore. Like I feel like a couple of those guys have regressed from last year. Remember how much of a beast Ruben
Yeah.
Bain was last season?
Yep. I mean,
Yes, he's coming off an injury. He's only like his third game or whatever, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Kiko, you're not setting the edge. Tyler Barron keeps getting, taking the wrong angles. So it's tough. It's tough, and there's some glaring holes on that defense, and you're gonna have some really good offenses that expose them.
no, I agree. That's our weakest part is the secondary.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Jaden Harris had a good start to the season and has just been terrible as of late.
If Saquon Patterson doesn't slip on one of those third down conversions, I think it's a different game. But I think Saquon Patterson's played well, and I think the true freshman Federic has been amazing this year.
Federic, yeah, he's had some bright spots for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a really bad game from everyone.
I just don't think they rally to the ball like they should. I think they take a lot of bad angles. But that's on the defensive coaching staff. You got to prepare the kids a little bit better, man, especially for a run heavy team like a Georgia Tech, dude. You knew what was coming, and you still they ran for like almost 300 yards against us, dude.
They had 189 in the first half.
Yeah, and they finished with 280 something, 270 something.
Haynes King was 4 for 4 for 17 yards and a touchdown pass in the halftime.
Yeah,
we kept getting beat to the edge, and I find that
the edge. Yeah, we didn't set the edge. That's on Tyler Barron. That's on Kiko Maunoa. Those guys need to set the edge, and you continually got beat.
I think Wesley Bassett needs some more playing time.
Wesley Bassett.
I think Kiko's a good 2-down linebacker. Get him off on third down passing yards.
I agree.
Good call. Yeah, that's a good observation there, Mark.
Do you think that Miami bias came into play? Because every team that has lost has dropped 4 spots. We lose and we're dropping 8.
We're at 11 now?
12.
Or 12?
Is that the college football playoff ranking or the AP poll?
The polls, the playoff rankings don't come out until today.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if it's the Miami bias. I just think it's a culmination of how we've played the last couple of weeks with the loss to Georgia Tech, I think.
The last 3 weeks, really.
You think they've been itching to drop us but couldn't because we kept winning?
Yeah.
I mean, they were just waiting for us to drop a game. It was going to come eventually the way we were playing, I felt like. And I felt like Georgia Tech was probably the team to do it. We always played terrible against them. And it was
we always either shit the bed against North Carolina or Georgia Tech.
It's always a Duke, Georgia Tech, North Carolina type of team that's going to beat us.
I'm surprised they kept us in the top 25.
It'd be correct. I'd call for investigation at that point.
That's a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah,
hey, but you know what? I'd like to bring back Manny Diaz as DC and get fucking Guidry out of here.
Why?
He was good as a DC.
No, he's not.
He was.
Did you see his defense?
That's what Duke recruits, though. You give him Miami talent, there's totally different things he can do.
Here's the thing, though. His defense is very get turnovers, cause chaos, but they're not sound.
Oh, I'm here for the chaos. Give me the turnover and the chaos, baby.
But here's the
turnover came back.
Not that.
You'll have what?
I hated that thing, dude.
But you'll have 4 turnovers, but give up 350 yards on offense, on defense. So you'll take the 350 and 3 scores if they get 3 turnovers.
We got to ask Notre Dame, FSU, and Virginia Tech that we had that stretch run with Malik Rozier and Manny Diaz anchoring the defense. I don't think they gave up that many yards. We blanked out Notre Dame, I'm pretty sure. It was 41-3 or 41-7.
Team sucked.
They were ranked 5 in the nation, Byron. What do you want me to tell you?
Notre Dame gets out of bed and they're ranked 3rd in the fucking nation.
I'm sorry.
Braddock,
that's the thing.
They can play Braddock, Sunset, and
It's
Varela,
not. It's
and they're
not
going to be
their
ranked
fault they're
third in the
ranked.
nation.
It's not their fault they're ranked 5th. They just go out and play the games.
Yeah,
Like
you
it's
just play
Miami.
the
Oh,
games on your
Miami plays.
schedule, bro.
Miami plays no one. Okay, what do you want them to do?
I
Go
feel
out
like
and
Notre Dame is the coin flip of Miami. Notre Dame gets up and they're third in the nation. Gets up and they're ranked behind Braddock and Sunset.
yeah. I mean, realistically, who do you think is the best team in the nation right now?
Oregon,
Realistically,
the Ducks.
it's a good. No, I don't think they're the best team in the nation.
No, who you got? Ole Miss, not Georgia, not Alabama.
No, that's why I
Tennessee?
said it's a good question.
Ohio
I just
State's
don't
not
think
a good team.
Miami's defense probably gets boat raced by all those teams.
I agree, and I'm leaning towards Ohio State, but I don't think
trust
Ohio
Howard
is.
in
Indiana.
They're undefeated. BYU's also undefeated.
SMU.
I don't know. I think it's probably Oregon. But at the same time, Alabama just put up 40-something on LSU.
I just don't believe in Oregon's physicality.
Right? Do they have to be physical when they can just run by you?
Why? Because they're not in the SEC? Is that why you don't believe in their physicality?
No, they're in the Big Ten, which you can argue is a more physical conference than the SEC.
Oregon's in the Big Ten now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, which you can argue. With
conference realignment, bro.
with the Iowas, the Wisconsins, like.
Hey, watch out for Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin, they play. Who do they play? They play somebody.
They're on their what, third string quarterback by now?
Van Dyke towards ACL. Their backup probably got hurt.
Hold on. Wisconsin play somebody this coming weekend?
Yes, I'm sure they play some university within the NCAA.
Shut the fuck up, dude. This is dumb nuts. Hold on. Wisconsin Badger football. Let's see. They got they got the Ducks on the 16th. Yeah, they're not gonna do anything against the Ducks.
No.
But yeah, that's where we are. We're moving on to Hurricanes basketball. They beat Fairleigh Dickinson and what was that other school?
Binghamton.
Binghamton. It's in Alabama, I think, or New York.
That's New York sounds right.
All I can think of is the nerd military officer from McHale's Navy, one of those old ass movies. The character's name was Binghamton.
So yeah,
I didn't even know that university existed.
Jim Larinaga and company are 2-0, and they're about to head to the Charleston, South Carolina Classic.
I think the Hurricanes played two teams from the Courtside League in Miami's 4-on-4 basketball league. I think that those were the first two opponents.
I played yesterday.
Hey, I'm thinking of trying out for the USA men's 3-on-3 team for the Olympics.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Paralympics for a second.
Yeah. That might be. Might have a better shot.
No, I don't know. You on basketball,
Here's the thing: you never know. You never know expectations with that team. Never.
Hey, I know, but
they're well coached.
The ACC.
They got some talent. And Nigel Pack is still there. What's his
lost my boy? Ahmad?
Yeah, or Norchad transferred to fucking Baylor. Norchad Omier, dirtbag. And they got a freaking boat race by Gonzaga.
They did, but they beat Arkansas.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who isn't Calipari at Arkansas?
Yeah. The ACC is going to be a Duke, North Carolina thing.
It always is.
No, when Miami is good, they have a chance, but I don't know. They just it's
what
gonna
are
be
your
like
thoughts?
I just think what?
What are your thoughts on Cooper Flag?
He can play. He's special, bro.
That kid can play.
Yeah.
If he can stay healthy,
he can play.
What did he hurt
tonight? They played today. They played tonight against Kentucky at 9:00. ESPN. You gotta get a look at him.
Okay,
Let's
I'll
go.
take a look.
They also
I'll
got
definitely-
Con Canipo, something like that. He's one of their
We'll,
small
we'll,
forward
we'll, tu-
shooting
we'll
guards.
tune in. We'll tune in.
Yeah, I'll
Take a look
definitely
at
tune
him.
in
He's-
if we can get what is it? We got 6 minutes until it starts.
Kid can play.
If we can sign off in about 4, then we'll be good.
Oh, what's left? The Marlins?
No, we already
we
talked
can
about
get
the
it.
Marlins, baby. Clayton
Oh, you got-
McCullough.
Got the
don't-
Marlins already?
Don't get me started on that, bro.
We
Please.
did.
We're signing Juan Soto, right? Like that's the
No,
thing.
we're not in the market for Soto, Mark. That's ridiculous.
Oh, he said all 30 teams except the all 29 teams. The Marlins are out.
Except the Marlins and the White Sox. Everybody's in the running except the Marlins and the White Sox.
Bro,
All right, where do you think?
everybody shops at Publix, and here the fucking Marlins stroll into fucking Dollar Tree.
Bro,
Where do
we're
you think
shopping
he's
is a
gonna go?
pleasure, bro.
The Dodgers?
Soto?
Yeah. Dodgers, Mets?
Well, we're asking where he's going to end up.
Yeah.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
Bro, can the Dodgers? The Dodgers? No way. He's not going to the Dodgers. Get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous.
I think he ends up in the NL East. How about that?
I think he
And the
goes
Phillies?
back. I think he goes back to San Diego. I think he goes back to the Fathers.
I think he ends up in Atlanta.
Atlanta over Acuna.
No, with Acuna.
Isn't Acuna a right fielder
Mm-hmm.
with fucking terrible knees?
Put one of them in left.
One of his knees in left, or
You can just leave a knee out there.
bro, pobrecito, bro. That was. I actually felt bad that Acuna went down again, dude.
I
Not
didn't.
you? Why?
Nope.
Because he plays for the Braves, and we've grown our entire lives to hate the fucking Braves. Is that
No,
why you don't like Acuna?
no. Well, look, I'm giving them Soto, so no, it's not that. It's just I think he. Who the fuck are you to think that every single time, like, bro,
Whoa.
you fucking crowd the plate almost as bad as Chase Utley, and you get mad when they hit you? Fuck out of here. That shit pisses me off. Chase Utley used to crowd the fucking plate.
We hit a nerve.
Yeah, Chase Utley used to crowd the plate.
Acuna.
But if you hit him, Chase Utley took it like a man and went to first.
Chase Utley was a bad motherfucker. I like Chase Utley.
Like Acuna, Niger Morgan,
Why Niger? Why are you bringing up Niger Morgan so random?
because he's another one that fucking charged the fucking.
Because Chris Volstead and Gabby Sanchez put him in a headlock and
Well, no,
match?
Gabby Sanchez fucking
And a clothesline him?
eat his ass.
Gabby Sanchez, like Marlins broadcaster, got Gabby Sanchez.
Yeah,
clothesline
Look at that. He fucking WWE'd clotheslined him.
back in
Gabby.
pro player.
Nice.
Yeah. That's why I brought up Niger Morgan.
All right,
Because
so
it's the exact same
are we closing? Are we closing on that note? Can we get an update on the Heat score, please?
Give me 2 seconds.
91-82, fourth quarter just started. We're down.
Oh, there's your third quarter.
Yeah, beautiful on cue.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Mark, your thoughts on the Panthers quickly, because we had
They're a wagon. They are a machine.
Yeah,
wagon.
what's the score? It was 1-0.
Yeah.
Last time I checked it was 1-0. We were still losing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'll check now. Give me 1 second.
1-1.
I'm on it. 1-1?
No, I'm guessing.
No, are you guessing?
Hold on.
Yeah, you're right. 1-1.
Sammy
1-1.
Reinhart. Is it Sammy Reinhart?
I don't know. I don't know.
Rhino? Is it Rhino? Let me
Give
see.
me Sammy Reinhart.
NHL scores. Sorry, the computer's
I swear I haven't looked.
It's 1-1 with a Rhino goal.
That's 12 on the year, baby. Sammy Reinhart. Tearing it up,
Yep.
damn it. Let's go. Let's
A
get out of
Rhino
here
goal.
this week in Miami. Wrap it up.
All right, for Mark, who made a guest appearance. For Alex, Mark, where can they find you?
Right there. It's on the screen.
Okay,
Mark G1110.
And you, where can they find you?
Yeah, loud and clear on the X. TX_TSB. Siempre estoy hablando mierda ahí on Twitter. Dale para allá.
It's what he does best. All right, for everyone here on the Kendall Sports Network, we got hurricane warning tomorrow. Due to Mark's feelings for Inter Miami, we are going to let him. He needs a cool down period of
That's
1
not
week.
true. Say the truth.
He will be at the Panthers game on Thursday, so we will be doing our season wrap up the Thursday of next week.
Hey, send pictures, Mark.
Yeah. Okay.
I will.
Alex, I know it won't be possible for you, but maybe we can get together and maybe do an impromptu show live from the Green Machine in Miami Wednesday before Thanksgiving, a special podcast episode. The Green Machine. You know where the Green Machine is, Mark?
What is the Green Machine?
Alex knows.
The Green Machine.
What was it, Alex?
Flanagan's, baby.
I've never heard that being called the Green Machine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, and I'm in Texas now, but that's how I roll, baby. Let's get out of here.
All right, guys. See y'all next week.